this lesson, we are looking at Wassce 2020 questions. So we'll be solving the Wassce 2020 past questions. So we are starting with question 1A. The question 1 is a set problem. It reads that in a small town, 68% of the people own television, 72 own radio, and 12 own neither television nor radio. We have to represent the information on a Venn diagram, and we have to find the percentage that own television only. So we start with our solution. So number of television, which is 68%. Number of radio is 72%. Number of none is 12%. Then we have number of U, which is the universal set, will be 100%. So we are to illustrate this on a Venn diagram. So we draw our Venn diagram here. Draw a Venn diagram here. Then put first circle for television. So TV is 68. Then we draw a circle for radio. So radio is 72. So none, 12 will be here. So what can we do? So right here will be, let's put here X. So now number of both is now X. So here will be 68 minus X, 72 minus X. So let's start solving this. This is how the Venn diagram will be. That's the solution. Now I. So we first have to find the X. To find X, we add this side, that side, and this side, plus this equal to the U, which is 100. Good. So we start by adding 68 minus X plus X plus 72 minus X plus 12 is equal to 100. Good. So therefore, we start adding the numbers. So the numbers are 68 plus 72 plus 12 minus X plus X minus X is equal to 100. So let's continue from here. So 68 plus 72 plus 12 will give us 152. So you have 152 minus X, because this and that X will take care of each other, is equal to 100. So you move this one across here becoming positive, this one also cross here becoming negative. So 152 minus 100 will give us X. So X is equal to 52. But the question is, that is both radio and television is equal to 52. Now the question is, what percentage of the population own television only? So television only is this side. This side is the television only, which is 68 minus X side. So it will be, so only TV is equal to 68 minus X. Therefore, only TV is equal to 68 minus 52. So only TV will be equal to 52. Will be equal to, it's not 52, because you have to subtract it. So 68 minus 52. You have to take very care of it, because if you don't take care, you make a mistake. 68 minus 52 will give us 16. So we have 16%. Good. So this is the solution for question A. Question 1A. Let's continue. So let's solve the question 1B. Question 1B is saying that Buadu and Ansa formed a company and agreed that their annual profits will be shared in the ratio 4:5 respectively. If at the end of the year Ansa received 5,000 more than Buadu, how much was Buadu's share? So our solution. So we have ratio is 4:5. Now total ratio will be 9. So let's find 1. Buadu's share. Buadu's share will be equal to, so 4/5. Then Ansa's share will be equal to 5/9. This is 4/9 rather. 5/9. Then total profit is equal to X. Then the question said that Ansa had 5,000 more. Good. So now their share based on the money will be, if you take the difference between Ansa's share and Buadu's share, you must get what Ansa got. So it will be Ansa's share 5/9 of the profit minus 4/9 of the profit will give us 5,000. So therefore we will get 5 minus 4 will give us X/9 is equal to 5,000. So if you do cross multiplication, you're going to get X to be 4,500. Now if you take, the question said, what was Buadu's share? So you come to Buadu. So it will be Buadu's share is 4/5 times 4,500, which will give us, so you see that 5 will cancel here, 1, 5 here, it will give us 9. Good. So 4 times 9 is 3600. It will be 3,200, 3,600 cedis. 3,600 cedis. Let's move on. Welcome to this session. We have this question to solve. So we have A, which is P is equal to 2x square root of Q times 1 plus R square over Y square all over S. Good. So we square both sides to remove the square root. So let's square both sides. So it will be P square of 2s will be 4s square Then square of this root, it will cancel the root sign. So it will be q times 1 plus r square over y square all over s. So let's deal with the one in the bracket. So it will be 4p square is equal to 4s square q will multiply 1 plus r square over y square. This one all over s. Then we have it here. So to be p square will be equal to 4s square q plus 4s square q r square here over y square all over s. So we will get p square is equal to 4s square q plus 4s square q r square over y square times 1 over x. So all of it times 1 over s. We are going to get p square is equal to 4s square y square q plus 4s square q r square all over y square times 1 over s. So we then multiply. Good. The reason why we got this is that this one will multiply this plus that over this before we solve. So y squared times 4s squared q plus 4s squared plus q plus q 4s squared q r squared. So we now move on and solve them. So let's proceed. So we have p square is equal to 4s square y square q plus 4s square q r square all over y square s. Then we multiply, cross multiply, so to be p square y square s is equal to 4s square y square q plus 4s square q r square. So you group the ones with y, this is so to be p square y square s minus 4s square y square q is equal to 4s square q r square. So we factor y out, making p square s minus 4s square q is equal to 4s square q r square. So you divide both sides by the number behind the y, which is the whole of this. So our y will now be 4s square q r square over p square s minus 4x square q. So let's move on. So let's continue. So here we have, here will be y square. Good. So we have y square is equal to, let's arrange 4 q r square a square over p square x minus 4 q s square. So we find square root of both sides to remove the square on the y. We can arrange it based on alphabet to also mean that y is equal to 4 y is equal to square root of 4q r square s square s square over p square s minus 4s square q is accepted. So that is how we solve for the change of subject. Let's go to with B. So we have question B, because B had been given us we should evaluate 2mn square over 3m minus n, where m is equal to 3, n is equal to minus 2, s is equal to minus 1. Good. So therefore, we are asked to find evaluate given that m is equal to 3, n is equal to minus 2, and s is equal to minus 1. We should evaluate this. So let's do substitution. So our 2m n square over 3m minus n will be equal to. So where we see m, we put 3 there. So it will be 2 times 3. So n minus 2 square over 3m, so 3 times 3 minus 2. So we get 6 times 4, because 2 square will be 4, all over 9 minus 2. So 6 times 4 is 24 over 7. So 24 over 7, which will be 3 whole number, 1 over 7. So 24 over 7 will give us 3.429. Good. Let's move on. So we have a question. So we have a question at hand. It said you should find y. So we can see that this angle at L here is a straight line. So this is a straight line. So here be 125. Good. And we know that figure JKLI is a cyclic quadrilateral. So it's a quadrilateral in a circle. So the opposite angles are the same. So let's call here x. So therefore, x plus 125 will give us 180. So the sum of opposite angles will give us 180. So this x plus 125 give us 180. So x will be equal to 180 minus 125. Therefore, our x will be 55 degrees. Again, we can also conclude that this side will be 3y. What we can also notice that figure JIM is a triangle and it sum up to 180. So therefore, when we sum x plus 3y plus 2y, it should give us 180. But our x is what? 55 plus 5y will give us 180, because 3y plus 2y is 5y. This x is what we have obtained here. So what we can see is that 5y will be 180 minus 55. Therefore, 5y will give us a result of 125. So when we solve it here, we divide both sides by 5. It's equal to 125 over 5. So this will cancel this. 5 here 1, 5 here 25. So our y will give us 25 degrees. Let's still move on and solve other questions. So we have a question to solve. It's a trick question. Given that tan x is 1 and s is between 0 to 90 degrees, we are to evaluate 1 minus sine square x cos x. So our solution, we have tan x is equal to 1. So you can find x, then we look for it. So this one, we have to use diagram. So tan x is opposite over adjacent. So let's draw a diagram here. So let's put x here. So opposite will be 1, adjacent will be 1. So let's find, let's see, y. So it will be y square is equal to 1 square plus 1 square. Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is equal to opposite square plus adjacent square. So y square will be equal to 2. So y will be equal to root of 2. So therefore here will be root of 2. Therefore sine x, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So it will be 1 over root 2. Then cos x is adjacent over hypotenuse, which is also 1 over root 2. So we are now to solve the question which state that we should find 1 minus sine square x over cos x, which is equal to 1 minus sine x is this. So it will be 1 over root of 2 square all over cos x, which is 1 over root 2. So we will get 1 minus 1 over 2 over 1 over root 2. Good. So we continue by solving this question. So we will get question, which is question 4. So that a cone and a pyramid have equal height and volume. Equal height and volume. If the base of the pyramid, the area of the base is 154, and the radius, find the radius of the cone. So this is the correlation here. Volume of cone should be equal to volume of pyramid. Good. Height, they are equal. They have the same height. So volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r square h. Then volume of a pyramid is 1/3 times area of base times height. So let's do the substitution. So it will be 1 over 3 times 22 over 7 times r square times h is equal to 1/3 area of base is 154 times the height. So height will cancel height here. So we have 22 over 21 r square, because 1 times 22 is 22, 3 times 7 is 21. R square is equal to 154 4 over 3. So let's do cross multiplication. So to be 22 r squared times 3 is equal to 21 times 154. So you divide both sides by the numbers behind the r square. So to be r squared is equal to 21 times 154 over 22 times 3. So our r squared will be 49. So if you find square root of both sides, square root of r squared is equal to square root of 49. So r will give us 7 centimeters. So that is how we find the radius of the cone. We are dealing with question B. A spherical bowl of radius r centimeters is quarter full. So we are talking of volume of the bowl, the spherical bowl, the sphere. So volume of a sphere is 4 over 3 pi r cube. So because it's quarter full, it will be 1 over 4 full. So it said when it is 6 liters, so we convert the 6 liters into centimeters. So you will get 6 liters into centimeters to be 6,000. So in terms of volume, it will be 6,000 cubic centimeters. So 1 liter is equal to 1,000 cubic centimeters. 1,000 cubic centimeters. So you convert this 6 liters into centimeters, then you get 6,000. So therefore, our 1 over 4 times 4 over 3 times 22 over 7 times r cube will give us 6,000. So 4 will cancel here, making 1 times 22 will be 22. 3 times 7 will be 21. R cube is equal to 6,000. So you do cross multiplication. So to be 22 R cube is equal to 21 times 6,000. So what we are going to get is that we divide both sides by the 22. So R cube will be equal to 21 times 6,000 over 22. So R cube will be equal to, use calculator. So you punch this 21 times 6,000, good, divided by 22. We get 57272727. So if you find cube root of both sides, 5727.2727, we are going to get R to be. So we find cube root of, good, cube root of 5727.2727. It will give us 17.189. And the question says you should leave your answer into 3 significant figures. So 1, 2, 3. So it, because here it's also more than 5, so to be R is equal to 17.2. These are 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3. Good, so that's it. But the question said we should find diameter, so times 2. The diameter will be 2 times radius, which will be 17.2 times 2, which we are going to get 34.4. Then we are done. Good. So that's our diameter. Let's move